Okay. Okay, let's continue now. So here we have the second one. Okay, so this is not necessary. Next, can you tell me if I should practice during the day too? Okay, so here says, can you tell me? Okay, and as you can see in number 2, we don't have the question mark, right? Y en el número 2 incluso no tenemos el signo de interrogación. Okay, that was good. Can you tell me if I should practice during the day too? Okay, number 4. Could you tell me how much the whole course costs? Very good. I wonder if I will become really fluent. Excellent. I would like to know how much it costs. Do you know how much weight can okay, this was about the unknown or the advertisements, right? You had to create a first sentence or for questions, indirect questions about any doubt that you have about the product. So here it says, I would like to know how much it costs. Do you know how much weight can their chair handle? The chair, so in this case, can is has to go after the subject, okay? Can tiene que ir después del sujeto. So, do you know how much weight the chair can handle? Okay, number 3, could you tell me how the chair works? Okay, that was good. I was wondering if I can pay in cash or just credit card. Very good, excellent, Luis Carvalho. What is my list? Okay. Very good. Let's go, Pablo Casal. So here, oh my goodness. I can see really well. I had to move this one. I don't know, how can I say? Okay, one, so there is something, okay. I am going to have like a reference, okay? Let's continue. So only 2 students who work with the homework. Okay, so Casal. Let's continue so with our book. Okay, so here we had 2 advertisements, like for example, too busy to work out, your problems are over. Introducing Fat No More, the revolutionary office chair that will help you lose weight. Fast 10 pounds in the first month or your money back guaranteed. Okay, so excellent, right? Especially for people who work virtually like me. So we are sat down during all day giving classes, right? And so we don't, so it is impossible to work out, to do exercises. So it is really difficult. And many people like me, so gain weight. In my case, for example, I gained 10 pounds. For example, my weight was 57 and now it's 67. Can you imagine? So it is a good way, or it is a good offer in this case. Devices that will change your life. The second says, tired of your phone battery running out and when you need it the most, try Sun 360 degrees and you won't have worry about recharging your phone. Everyday call 1800 lasts long for a special offer. Okay, very good. So this is another offer that we have, that we can have, right? So that is a good offer, I think. And the questions are really interesting that that Luis Carvalho, right, made. So I think that they are really interesting. For example, I would like to know how much it costs. Do you know how much weight can the chair handle? Could you tell me how the chair works? I was wondering if I can pay in cash or just credit card. Okay, excellent questions. And that was your homework that you had to do here. Okay, I am calling about the chart. There are a few things I need to know. Okay, let's continue so with the next part. Okay, let's go to this page 78. Are machines with personality a good idea? Okay, we're going to talk about machines that can replace sometimes people, right? And now I'm going to show you a video about that, and you are going to give me your personal opinions. Okay, let me check what is it. Okay, give me a minute. Okay, so I am going to show you a video about the machines that can take a personality. Okay, máquinas que pueden tomar una personalidad. So you are going to watch this video and you are going to tell me what's your opinion about this one and what did you learn about the video. Okay, so here is it. Okay. So let's see. Okay, so I am going to show you the video and you are going to tell me what's your opinion about this one. And you are going to tell me to what did you learn from this video. Okay, let's see. Okay, tell me. What is the video about? Who can tell? What is the video about? Any volunteer?
Me, teacher.
Okay, tell me.
Um, I understand that like the grandma gets a little robot with herself as a companion, but I see it like, well, I can see it like the robot could represent us, and what I am trying to mean with this is that we are the new generation, and the grandma is like from another generation. They're two different, and well, the robot could represent us because we are well, the new generation. We are uh, full into electronics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Maybe the grandma can see it like we are little robots, that she doesn't understand us completely. But here the really important matter is the companion, because even if they don't understand each other very well, they have the companion and the help from the other one. And I can see it like this is some kind of relationship between a grandma and his grandson.
Okay.
But the ending, I don't get it, because I think they both die, maybe.
Yeah.
And well, I don't understand why the little robot died, because the battery is low, and the grandma is not there to change it.
Yeah.
And that is kind of confusing if you're trying to see it on the way that it is a representation of the grandma visual his grandson.
Okay. Yeah, the last part, maybe it was not necessary to show that both died, right? Okay. Any other opinion? Okay, good analysis. Another person, what did you understand from the video? No, nothing? Oh my goodness. What can you say? Okay, so let's check again this part. Where was this one, right? Okay, look at this part. What says here? Look at that message. Okay, look at that message. Here it says, sorry, man, couldn't make it back again. This year, here is something for you, John, right? So this is a gift from his son, John, right? Because apparently this man can be with their mom, of course, and that's why he decided to send a robot in order to have a person with her, and also not to live lonely, right? Okay, so maybe we can understand that. Okay. Okay, after reading this message, maybe we can understand that the robot tried to replace a person who is not with her, right? In this case, the son, right? And so as Betancourt says, for example, nowadays we live in a life full with technology, and so we are the new generation. Sometimes for us, it's really difficult to understand our grandparents or our parents from the old generations because they didn't grow up with the technology, right? Maybe for them, it's really hard to adapt to this new world. But also we forget sometimes that the most important in our lives must be the family. or must be to live with the people who we love, right? But nowadays we live all the time with our busy time, with our busy work. We are all the time at work, studying or doing something, right? And the communication between people is like nowadays becoming really weak, right? Even though we at home, so we connect to the social nets and with the cell phone, and it's like to live alone, right? To live lonely. But so, for example, in this video, this machine that is the robot represents and takes the personality of a song, who helps the man to do many things, who accompany in every day. But unfortunately, this person that this was the old woman end up to die. And it's like the robot feels that absence, right? And start doing all the things that they used to. And at the end, because of the battery, so he end up died too. Okay, so nowadays we can see this kind of machines taking a personality, right? And in the future, we don't know what will happen with us. Maybe human beings or humans will be replaced by machines. We don't know exactly what will happen because we are living in technology and the technology is advancing really fast. Maybe in the future, humanity will be replaced by machines that we won't need to interact with people. We will interact with machines, right? So we can see these things that will happen in the future. The recent researches, the recent discoveries, the recent inventions. So it's like they are addressing us to live in a virtual life without humans, only with machines, right? And so we have to take into account that, and maybe we have to be prepared to live within that kind of world. Maybe it will be really difficult for the old generations because of course it will be a change of life and also us. So imagine how are your son or your daughters, your children will live in the future, right? It sometimes is worrying. Okay, so we are going to talk about this topic about the machines with personality, as the title says. Okay, are machines with personality a good idea? What do you think? Do you think it's a good idea that the machines take a personality? For example, in this case, the robot that we saw took the personality of a song, right? Do you consider that is a good idea? Yes, no? Who can tell me?
Me, teacher.
Okay, tell me.
I think if some persons don't feel comfortable with machines, like machines, if you make them so much related to the personality of a real person, they will feel comfortable. If you, uh, for example, the old generations, like the grandpas, or they don't feel comfortable with the technology from now. And if you really need to, well, there's grandpas who needs to use their cell phones or use PC computer to communicate to their sons or grandsons or something else. If you put the personality of a real person, they will feel comfortable and they will feel real, like they will feel it easy to use the computer or the cell phones.
Okay, very good. Okay, yeah, it has advantage and all, of course, disadvantage, right? Okay, very good. Okay, so here says, look at the photos on page 72. Okay, so we will return to page 72. Okay, and here we can see many machines like these ones, right? Also, specifically related with the cars. So here the question says, okay, let's return again. here it says, which car parts can you operate using voice commands? Okay, do you have a car? Yes, no? No? Okay, which car parts, qué partes de un auto you can operate, ustedes pueden operar usando un comando de voces? Which of those part cars?
I don't know, teacher. Any in my car.
Any of those ones? Okay. So maybe we don't have the modern cars, right? But so we'll go. Can you ask the car to turn on the engines? For example, here says, pueden pedir, por ejemplo, al auto que encienda el motor. And here says, no, I don't think so. At least I've never seen anything like that. So in our life, so until now, for example, I didn't see this kind of commands or voice commands to operate the car. Okay, so but we will see what will happen with this technology advances within the cars. Okay, so here we have the exercise B. In Paris, answer which of you like voice recognitions better. Okay, so do you have any voice activated devices at home, in your car? How do they work? Okay, do you have any voice activated devices? Those are the devices that you can activate only with your voice, speaking only. Do you have any devices at home?
Well, I don't know, but you can ask Siri.
Okay, yeah, that is
On
the
your
most
cell phone.
common, right? That is the most
Yeah.
common. In my case, for example, I have my TV, but I need to use my voice when I want to change, generally to YouTube, right? But I use only my control remote in order to see what I want to see, right? The video or some bands or some specific cartoons of when I am with my baby. So I use that control remote in order to activate the videos on my TV. So car, I don't have a car. How well do they work? Yeah, I think that they work really well because you don't need to move in order to change the video that you want. You don't need to write nothing. Only you have to put your control remote into your mouth or next to your mouth and speak what do you want to see, right? And so how do you use Siri in this case? Who told me that? How do you use?
Me, teacher, but I don't know. I mean, you use Google and ask for Siri. I don't know
Yeah.
how to activate it really, so I can't say. But yeah,
Okay.
I have the YouTube with the in the TV. With your control, you can talk to it instead writing something you want to see, you want to
Yeah.
watch.
Yeah. Yes. So the Siri, I think that you use with your cell phone mostly, right? Because my brother used it. Can you tell me a joke, please, Siri? And the cell phone started to tell a joke, right? And something like that. I think that it works like this one. Okay. So anybody else? ¿Alguien más? Because I am in classes only with Brandon and Betancourt and Luis Carvalho, I think. I don't know what happened with the rest of the students. What other devices, appliances could be voice activated? Do you know which other appliances or devices can be voice activated? Apart from TV, say YouTube in this case, or Google? No? Okay, for example, here says, my GPS is voice activated, but this is kind of stupid. Oh yeah, how come? Okay, how intelligent do you think voice recognition will become in the future? Okay, what do you think about this question? How intelligent do you think the voice recognitions will become in the future? How intelligent?
Me, teacher.
Okay, tell me.
Well, right now, if you search videos in internet on YouTube, you could find those intelligent houses, and they are incorporated with Google Assistant, Siri, I don't know, those kinds of things. And they they work with your voice. If you need to turn on the light, turn off the light.
Oh.
Maybe you, if you are in the bathroom, you need to. I don't know. There's a lot of possibilities right now. But if we are thinking in the future, I think we are now good, but with the AIs, like the artificial intelligence is improving every day, we could do more in the future, I think.
Yeah, right. So technology is advancing really fast and with many surprising and amazing results, right? So just some days ago, a few days ago, I heard about Meta project. Did you hear about that? That virtual life? Yes, no? That Facebook is going to change to Meta project in this case. Did you hear about that? Yes, no?
Yes, teacher, but I only heard that they were changing their platform. That's it.
Okay. So, but it's like you are going to have a virtual life, right? Where you are going to do many things. So, but that is a project, right? So we don't know what exactly be about. Okay, so we are going to listen to Bruce and Anne comparing their cell phones, who is better at the voice recognition, okay? So we are going to listen to Bruce and Anne. Okay, let's go, please listen.
Audio 7.13.
Cool phone, dude.
Thanks. Mom was like, "What's wrong with the one we gave you last year?" And I was like, "Mom, that model is so last year." So she got me this one for Christmas.
You like it?
Are you kidding? I love it, especially Justin.
Justin?
Yep, my, what do they call it? Personal assistant.
Oh, speech recognition. Sweet. Does it tell the time, check the weather and stuff?
Yeah, and much more. This morning, I told Justin I was bored, which I was, and I thought he was going to ask me to repeat command or whatever, and guess what? He asked if he bored me.
Get out. No way. Man, this is so cool.
Then I asked him if he was hungry, and he was like, "I'm a cell phone, not a person." Freaking unbelievable.
Mine has voice recognition too, but it's not so smart, you know? It'll make calls, set the alarm clock and stuff. The other day, I asked her to text someone, and it took her 3 minutes to figure out what to do.
Her?
Mine's not a dude. It's called Alice.
Okay, very good. Whose cell phone is better at voice recognition, Bruce or Anne?
Bruce.
Bruce, right? Okay. Listen again and answer the questions using 1 or 2 words, okay? Who gave Bruce his new phone? That is the first question. The second one, what's his voice recognition software called? And did he expect the phone to be so smart? And what's Anne's voice recognition software called? Okay, the name of this voice recognition software. Okay, let's listen again. So,
Audio 7.13.
Cool phone, dude.
Thanks. Mom was like, "What's wrong with the one we gave you last year?" And I was like, "Mom, that model is so last year." So she got me this one for Christmas.
You like it?
Are you kidding? I love it, especially Justin.
Justin?
Yep, my, what do they call it? Personal assistant.
Oh, speech recognition. Sweet. Does it tell the time, check the weather and stuff?
Yeah, and much more. This morning, I told Justin I was bored, which I was, and I thought he was going to ask me to repeat command or whatever. And guess what? He asked if he bored me.
Get out. No way. Man, this is like so cool.
Then I asked him if he was hungry, and he was like, I'm a cell phone, not a person. Freaking unbelievable.
Mine has voice recognition too, but it's not so smart, you know? It'll like make calls, set the alarm clock and stuff. The other day, I asked her to text someone, and it took her like 3 minutes to figure out what to do.
Her?
Mine's not a dude. It's called Alice.
Okay, so who gave Bruce his new phone?
His mother?
Yes, his mother, right? What his voice recognition software call it?
Justin?
Justin, yes. Did he expect the phone to be so smart? Yes, no.
No.
No, he didn't, right? And what's Anne's voice recognition software called?
Can you repeat the question, teacher?
What's Anne's voice recognition software called? What's the name of the Anne's voice recognition?
Alice.
Alice, right? Okay, very good. Okay, we are going to read some the word of English. Listen how many times you use like. Okay, like, you know, that means gustar, right? O agradar. Like also is used in an informal speech, like a filler speech, we can say, in order to try not to make pauses or when you want to think something. So we use like. For example, the party was like so cool, right? So that is a filler speech. Or we can use also like in order to give a quotive. I was like, what are you doing? And he was like, nothing, right? So this is like, it's used really a lot, we can say, in an informal speech, okay? It took like forever to get here, to signal exaggeration. Para mostrar también exageración, we can use like. It took like forever to get here, right? Remember, these usage aren't appropriate in many contexts, okay? They are really informal. So like a filler speech, or like a quotive, or like to signal exaggeration. Okay, let's go to this part now. Listen to Anne asking from 1 to 5, predict the phone's answers did. Understood or misunderstood? Is it funny? Okay, so here, for example, we are going to listen the Anne's questions that makes to her phone, and you are going to see if the phone understand or misunderstand. Okay, so you are going to tick. For example, where am I? And according to the answer of the phone, you are going to say if the phone understood or misunderstood the question. Okay, let's listen. So.
Audio 7.14.
Dude, I so want to try, Justin.
Here, have fun.
Sweet. Justin, where am I?
I'm sorry, I don't know your name.
And you said he was smart. Right. I asked where, not who.
He is smart. I'm telling you. Give it another shot.
Okay. Justin, will the weather get worse?
It looks like rain tonight. Here's the forecast for the next 2 days.
Wow. Pretty awesome, dude. Justin,
Yes?
do you love me?
Never tried to ask him that.
I'm not ready for that kind of commitment yet.
Isn't he amazing?
Oh my God. I love him. I love him. What can I ask him now? Justin, please call me an ambulance.
Okay. From now on, I will call you an ambulance.
What? No way. Justin, make me a coffee.
Ahem. I'm just a phone.
Don't you just love him?
But was it like a joke? Or did he misunderstand me?
I think he was kidding.
Okay. Did you understand? Yes, no? Or let's repeat. What do you say? Okay, let's
Audio
repeat.
7.14.
Dude, I so want to try Justin.
Here, have fun.
Sweet. Justin, where am I?
I'm sorry. I don't know your name.
And you said he was smart. Right. I asked where, not who.
He is smart. I'm telling you. Give it another shot.
Okay. Justin, will the weather get worse?
It looks like rain tonight. Here's the forecast for the next 2 days.
Wow. Pretty awesome, dude. Justin,
Yes?
do you love me?
Never tried to ask him that.
I'm not ready for that kind of commitment yet.
Isn't he amazing?
Oh my God. I love him. I love him. What can I ask him now? Justin, please call me an ambulance.
Okay. From now on, I will call you an ambulance.
What? No way. Justin, make me a coffee.
Ahem. I'm just a phone.
Don't you just love him?
But was it like a joke? Or did he misunderstand me?
I think he was kidding.
Okay, very good. Where am I? Understood, misunderstood?
Misunderstood.
Misunderstood. Will the weather get worse? Understood, misunderstood?
Understood.
Understood. Do you love me? Understood, misunderstood? Understood,
Understood.
right? Yeah. Please call me an ambulance. Understood, misunderstood?
Misunderstood.
Misunderstood, yes. Make me a coffee. Understood, misunderstood?
Understood.
Understood. Okay, excellent. Okay, here we have some questions. How many of these? Okay, this is not necessary to answer. Let's go directly to this part. Listen and repeat, extract from 7, circle the correct rule in the boxes. Okay, so here we have the ed ending followed by H. Okay, like this one, asked. So in this case, I'm hungry in this case. So when the final sound is K in this case, ed is pronounced like T or D. Okay, so in this case, the case sound the case sound in asked is strong or weak. So we have to answer this one. And the H sound in him and her is usually strong or weak. Okay, so in this case, when we talk about the in this sound, it's asked. This sound is strong because it's asked, right? So an H with the sound him or her usually is weak. Okay, débil in this case. So those are the rules that you have to make a circle in this part. So here you say that this sound with H generally are weak. With K, in this case of K, so they are strong. Okay, so here, for example, we have some of those questions or some of those rules. Ouch. Okay, so here, for example, he asked if he bored me. I asked him, he was hungry. I asked her, right? So here we have the weak sounds. Only we are going to listen and then we continue with this. Okay, listen, please.
Audio 7.15.
1. He asked if he bored me. 2. I asked him if he was hungry.
3.
I asked her to text someone.
I ask. Okay, very good. Okay, as you can see here, they don't pronounce this him. It's like they go directly, ask him, right? So it's her, right? So something like that. Okay, let's continue with the next page to this part. Read the wall of English of this case. Then listen and write the favorite 5 answers. Okay, let's go really fast with this part. Okay, here we have the word of English, then listen, write, and find, and only we are going to read here. The H in he and him and her is very weak, as I told you, or may not be pronounced at all. Quizás incluso no se pronunciaría ya esa H, ¿no? Does he like to hang out with his girlfriend and her friends, right? Without saying her friends only. Or we cannot say like his, so we can say only his in this case, right? And here it says, learning to recognize words, this makes it easier to understand fluent speakers. Try it and you'll sound more fluent too, right? Sometimes that's why we don't understand really well the English, because we can't recognize this kind of sounds, okay? So in this case, H is really weak. La pronunciación del H es bastante débil, incluso que no podría ser pronunciado. Podríamos decir directamente with girlfriend, right? Sin necesidad de decir his girlfriend o and her friends, right? Without pronouncing. Muchas veces las personas nativas hablan así y es por eso que a veces nos cuesta también entenderlos. Okay, let's go to this reported speech part 2. Okay, so we are going to look at these examples in 7F and AB and circle the correct rules in grammar box yes, no. Okay, what happened here? When we report questions, you must use do, does, yes, no, or move, three. Okay, so here we have to answer, okay? Use do, does, and did. Okay, so for reporting questions, for example, it's not necessary to use auxiliary verbs like in indirect questions, como en las preguntas indirectas. Cuando nosotros reportamos una pregunta, las transformamos como en oraciones positivas. Entonces, no utilizamos lo que son los auxiliares, al igual que en las preguntas indirectas, ¿ok? For example, she asked me if she wanted to go to the party, let's say. So I am not using auxiliaries in this case. Now, number 2, inverse subject and auxiliary, so no, the same. When we report, cuando nosotros reportamos preguntas, ya no invertimos lo que son el sujeto con el verbo, por ejemplo, o el auxiliar en todo caso, porque es cuando reportamos directamente los transformamos en una oración afirmativa, ¿ok? Entonces no es necesario invertir subject with auxiliary porque ni siquiera auxiliares utilizamos, ¿ok? Cuando reportamos preguntas, enseguida vamos a reportar alguna de ellas. For comments and requests. Ahora, para dar órdenes, por ejemplo, we use ask for requests and tell for comments, yes, no. What happened, for example, when we want to use this one? We use ask for requests and tell for comments, yes, in this case, ¿ok? Para reportar, por ejemplo, preguntas o requerimientos, utilizamos ask. She asked me, ella me pidió to write a letter, escribir una carta, por ejemplo. O puedo decir, she told me to speak in English. Me dijo que hable inglés, right? So here we are going to put yes, okay? The main verb uses not to infinitive. The main verb uses not plus to plus infinitive in this case. And for comments, para las órdenes, para reportar órdenes, it's necessary to use, necesitamos utilizar infinitivo. Por ejemplo, si alguien me dice, eat your lunch, come tu almuerzo. Entonces yo digo, he asked me to eat my lunch, ¿no? Entonces ahí utilizo lo que son los infinitivos. Enseguida vamos a ver algunos ejemplos. Okay, move 1 tense back. Okay, so in this case, when we report questions, cuando reportamos preguntas, obviamente que necesitamos retroceder un tiempo atrás, ¿ok? Igual que en las otras, igual que en las demás oraciones de discurso reportado. And number 4, always use an object after ask. He asked me, he asked her, he asked, I don't know what I can say. He asked me to to report this one, let's say. Yeah, sometimes it's necessary, we can say, but sometimes not always, okay? So we are going to put here no. What am I doing? Okay, no siempre después de ask va a ir un objeto, es decir, ask me, ask her, okay? Puede ir solo directamente. So here we are going to put no. Here we have the common mistakes. Aquí tenemos los errores más comunes, and here we are going to analyze those ones. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, for example, I asked him to help me, let's say, right? Me pidió que le ayude. Or I asked her not to be late, no llegar tarde. Okay, so I think that I have to use here my whiteboard in order to explain better. Okay, so we are talking about reported speech, but comments and requests. Estamos hablando del discurso reportado de pedidos o de preguntas y también de órdenes, ¿ok? On page 78, en la página 128, we have that, right? So in this case. Yeah, but I need to, okay, I am going to use here my whiteboard, my digital whiteboard, because maybe in that way will be easy. Okay, this topic I know that is a bit tiring and it's a bit frustrating because sometimes it's confusing and we have to know what tense to use, what subject, what to know, so what to do, and yeah, so I understand that it's a bit difficult. Okay, so I am going to use this one. Okay, as I told you in reported speech, so we use generally, for example, if I say, I am happy, right? When I want to report, si quiero reportar y quiero contar eso, she told me, ella me dijo. ¿Qué me dijo? ¿Cómo reporto eso? She told me what? ¿Qué me dijo ella? ¿Cómo reporto ahí? Please go and participate. She told me what?
That she is happy.
That she is happy. Are you sure? That she presente was happy. Recuerden que cuando yo reporto, debo cambiar el tiempo verbal a un tiempo anterior. En este caso, que sería en pasado, right? Y de esa manera funciona el discurso reportado. Hasta el momento habíamos visto o habíamos enfatizado mayormente las oraciones afirmativas de cómo reportamos. Pero ¿cómo voy a reportar una pregunta? Por ejemplo, si alguien me dice, what's your name? Oh, no, preguntemos otra cosa. What do you like? ¿Qué te gusta? What do you like? Eso me preguntaron, ¿no? Entonces yo voy a decir, he, en este caso, he, y para decir me preguntó, he asked me, él me preguntó. ¿Qué me preguntó? ¿Qué me preguntó? ¿Qué me preguntó?
What did you like?
Ok. So, what, repito, lo que estaba en mi pregunta al momento de reportar, repito the question word that was what. Ahora, como les decía, esta forma de pregunta, cuando nosotros reportamos, nuestra oración se vuelve en afirmativa. Entonces ya no necesito auxiliar aquí. Y aquí entonces yo quiero decir, él me preguntó qué me gustaba. What I, right? Porque a mí me preguntó. What I like it. Aquí mi pregunta está en presente simple, pero cuando yo voy a reportar, tengo que cambiar el tiempo, tengo que respetar las reglas que anteriormente ya lo he adaptado, que es decir, retroceder un tiempo atrás al momento de reportar cosas pasadas. ¿Ok? A ver, vayamos con otra. Where will you travel? Vamos a utilizar el will. Where will you travel? ¿Dónde vas a viajar? On vacation, en vacaciones, digamos. Entonces, yo voy a reportar que eso, yo le pregunté a él, digamos. I asked him. Yo le pregunté a él. ¿Qué le pregunté? ¿Qué le pregunté?
Where
Where, ya. I asked him where what? ¿Dónde? ¿Quién? ¿Dónde? Yo le pregunté a él. ¿Qué le pregunté? Where. ¿Qué sujeto pongo aquí? I, you, he, she, it. I asked him. He, very good, muy bien, porque aquí ya me da esa pista, ¿no? Que a él le pregunté. Where he. Ahora, este will, ¿en qué se convierte en un discurso reportado?
Would.
Would, very good. Where he would travel, right? Here, for example, en este caso ni siquiera ya es necesario colocar estas preguntas de interrogación o estos signos de interrogación porque mi oración se convierte en una oración afirmativa, ya no en pregunta. Ahora, will, por ejemplo, va antes del sujeto, porque obviamente esto es una pregunta y tiene estructura de pregunta, pero cuando yo reporto, ya no respeto esta estructura, respeto la estructura de una oración afirmativa. Sujeto, verbo, ya sea con el auxiliar que se utilice, ya sea futuro, condicional, pasado, soy depende, right? Entonces, he would travel. De esa manera reportamos las preguntas de información. Ahora, ¿cómo reportamos las yes, no questions? Por ejemplo, si alguien me pregunta, do you like coffee? Do you like coffee? Ahora me doy. Ok, do you like coffee? Eso me preguntaron. O le preguntaron a ella, digamos, él le preguntó a ella. Entonces, yo al momento de reportar voy a decir, he asked her. ¿Qué le preguntó él a ella? ¿Qué le preguntó? ¿Qué le preguntó? Tell me in Spanish, no problem. He asked her what?
If she likes coffee.
Yes, very good. If, cuando, aquí como verán, como son preguntas de información, repetimos el what, el where, lo que utilizamos en la pregunta. Pero cuando estas son yes, no questions, que son preguntas de sí o no, lo que hacemos es utilizar el if, ya para reemplazar a ese do or does o did o cualquier otro auxiliar. If, ahora, como le pregunto a ella, entonces yo utilizo el sujeto de she, ¿no? If she, ahora, ¿en qué tiempo está mi pregunta? ¿En qué tiempo está?
in present,
In present. Aquí al momento de reportar yo voy a pasar a pasado. If she liked coffee. Él le preguntó si a ella le gustaba el café, right? So, and in that way I report that. Vamos con otra. Voy a hacer una pregunta en pasado. Did he fail the course? ¿Reprobó el curso? Él. Entonces, alguien me preguntó eso. Digamos que ellos me preguntaron a mí. Yo voy a reportar entonces. They asked me. They asked me. Ellos me preguntaron. ¿Qué me preguntaron? ¿Qué me preguntaron? No, ¿qué me preguntaron? Go.
If he failed the course.
Yes. Ahora, they asked me if he, si él, aquí está mi oración en pasado simple. De pasado, cuando yo reporto, debo retroceder un tiempo atrás. Y el pasado del pasado es el pasado perfecto, ¿no? Entonces yo voy a decir, if he had failed the course. ¿Ok? Remember that. Recuerden siempre que cuando nosotros reportamos, retrocedemos un tiempo atrás. ¿Ok? No es, cuidado con que confundan con las preguntas indirectas. En las preguntas indirectas mantenemos el mismo tiempo verbal, solamente que añadimos una frase, ¿no? Que nos ayuda a no ir tan directo o a que no suene tan informal nuestras preguntas. Entonces, en cambio, en el discurso reportado debo retroceder un tiempo atrás porque estoy contando algo que pasó. Ok, they asked me if he had failed the course. Ellos me preguntaron si él había reprobado el curso. Ok, now, finally, y finalmente, is it clear? ¿Está claro esta parte? Any question? ¿Alguna pregunta? ¿No? Ok, vamos con los commands. Los commands son órdenes, ok, que damos. Por ejemplo, yo podría decir, do your homework. Do your homework. Practice your English. Ok, aquí tenemos algunas órdenes. ¿Cómo voy a reportar eso? Y yo digo, la teacher me dijo que haga mi tarea, por ejemplo. ¿Cómo voy a decir eso? The teacher told me. The teacher told me. La teacher me dijo. ¿Qué me dijo? To do my homework. Cuando reportamos órdenes, esto es lo más fácil de reportar, porque no tenemos que cambiar un tiempo verbal. Lo único que debemos hacer es colocar en infinitivo el verbo, ¿ok? ¿Cómo digo, por ejemplo, ella me dijo que practique mi inglés? ¿Cómo digo eso? She told me. ¿Qué me dijo?
To practice.
To practice. Y aquí doy en infinitivo. To practice my English. Ahora, so, in that way, de esa manera reportamos los commands, o los que son las órdenes. Esto es lo más fácil, porque aquí no retrocedes un tiempo atrás. Simplemente transformas lo que es el verbo de comienzo, como el do, el practice, en infinitivo. Si fuese en forma negativa, por ejemplo, no hagas tu tarea, don't do your homework, lo mismo aquí debo hacer. The teacher told me not to do my homework. Solamente debo añadir not antes del infinitivo. ¿Ok? Y ya está. Eso es lo más fácil que podríamos hacer en un discurso reportado, reportar órdenes. ¿Ok? Any question? ¿Alguna pregunta hasta aquí? ¿No? Ok. Now, let's go to our book. Retornamos entonces a nuestro libro. Ok. So, remember all those things. With this, we finish this part of reported speech. Con esto terminamos lo que es el discurso reportado. Ok, ya hemos visto cómo reportar oraciones en presente, pasado, futuro, condicionales. Ahora estamos viendo cómo reportar preguntas y cómo reportar órdenes. Ok, and that will be all. Ok, let's go so with this, to this part. Here you have, ahora sí, para mañana esto me lo terminan. Digo, para el lunes. El martes va a ser su examen, el lunes difícilmente, hoy difícilmente vamos a terminar esto. Para el lunes me lo completan el ejercicio 3A y 3B, que es sobre lo que acabamos de ver en estos momentos. En la primera deben ordenar, en el 3A deben ordenar las oraciones y en el 3B simplemente deben cambiar a un discurso reportado lo que le preguntó. What did you ask me? ¿Qué me preguntaste? Dice, I asked, pregunté, if there is an item nearby, right? Entonces, reportar estas preguntas que tenemos aquí. Eso es lo que deben hacer para la siguiente clase. Entonces, para la siguiente clase terminaríamos esta parte gramatical. ¿Ok? Now, let's go back to our page. Ahora sí, retornamos entonces a esta página en la que estamos. ¿Dónde está? Here. Okay, so now what do you have to do here? Read the voice recognitions disasters, order the bold words, and cross out the 2 words from each sentence. Okay, here we have some sentences in order to choose the correct options. para seleccionar las opciones correctas y eliminar 2 palabras de cada oración. Por ejemplo, I'm going to use here. Here says, I asked for my computer read to it, right? Entonces, I asked my computer. Pedí o pregunté a mi computadora qué cosa le pedí. I asked my computer to read my new email. Le pedí a mi computadora leer mi nuevo email and started deleting message instead. Y empezó a borrar los mensajes en lugar de, right? Entonces, lo que debo hacer es ordenar, porque to iría antes de read, ¿no? Y eliminar 2 palabras que estén de más en cada una de estas oraciones, ¿ok? You will have 3 minutes, please, because here we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 sentences that you have to do the same. Okay, 3 minutes, let's go doing. 3 minutitos, por favor, y vamos haciendo. Okay, go. Meanwhile, I have to take my list. Listen to me, my dear students. If you are going to leave the course, si van a abandonar el curso de inglés en este caso, por favor, les pido que puedan presentar una carta de justificación al instituto, ¿ya? Porque, ¿qué es lo que pasa? Generalmente en el instituto trabajamos por competencias, ¿ya? ¿Esto qué significa? Que en cada curso que nos asignan, nosotros estamos o tenemos la obligación de mantener al grupo con el número que nos dieron, ¿ya? Si este número reduce, entonces puede suceder que el docente no sea de su agrado o que el docente no llegue a ustedes, no les guste la metodología, entonces es por eso que deciden retirarse. Y esto hace que nosotros pongamos en riesgo nuestro puesto de trabajo, ¿no? Porque si yo presento, por ejemplo, un grupo que me dieron de 16 alumnos y yo devuelvo por lo menos unos 12, entonces ya al siguiente curso podría ser retirada. O en cambio podría, ya si es que hay muchos abandonos también del grupo, entonces podría ser cambiada por otra docente. Ya es por eso que les pido, por favor, si alguien por algún motivo decide abandonar el curso, entonces por favor haga su carta de justificación para presentar al instituto o en cambio enviarla a mí y mediante yo poder presentar a la directora para evitar este tipo de problemas y también para asegurarse que ustedes puedan volver al mismo curso en una siguiente oportunidad, ¿ok? Entonces, les voy a pedir eso, por favor, si es que alguien está pensando en abandonar. ¿Ok? Angulo Marcela.
Present, teacher.
Betancur y Escaba. López Alberto. ¿No? Caiguara Ana Lucía. Carvalho Luis Alberto.
Here, teacher.
Ok. Casal Idi Cecilia.
Present, teacher.
Casal Cortés Pablo.
Present.
Céspedes Hernano. This student, I don't know who is. Comandiri Nora.
Present, teacher.
Farfán Rosemary.
Present, teacher.
Fernández Janet. No, parece que Janet va a abandonar, ¿no? Ya tiene varias faltas. Gómez Regina.
Present, teacher.
Lozano Camila.
Present, teacher.
Magne Camila. ¿No? Igual, 3 faltas. Méndez Canedo Abril.
Present, teacher.
Mostajo Brandon, yes. Pérez Mariel. ¿No? Sánchez Ruiz Araceli. Soto Juliana.
Present, teacher.
Okay. I have only how many students? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12 students from 19. Tengo 2 estudiantes en clase de 19. I am so worried. Si esto sigue así, imagino. Van a tener que cambiar de teacher. Okay, let's, Mariel, are you in class?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Okay, very good. Okay, so 3 minutes, please, to complete this exercise. Okay, let's go to Okay, let's check. Who wants to read the second one? ¿Quién quiere leer el segundo? Tell me. I ask it. Yeah. Está fácil eso. Okay, who wants to read the second?
Me, teacher.
Okay, read please.
I asked I asked my phone if would tonight and it said it's now 4 p.m.
Okay, a kind of, all right. So, I asked my phone, pregunté a mi teléfono, okay. If, muy bien, hasta ahí. Ahora, necesitamos un sujeto, que sería el sujeto de la lluvia, ¿no? Entonces sería it. If it would rain.
Would rain.
Ajá. Las palabras de más estaría will y for, ¿no? Okay, very good. Last name, apellido.
Gómez.
Gómez, very good. Next one, who wants to read? The GPS told. This is really easy. Esto está súper fácil. The GPS told me. Ya les di ahí. The GPS told me. To turn.
Left and I crash into a tree.
Yes. Yes, very good. Last name?
Soto, teacher.
Soto. Okay. Next one. The stereo asked. Who wants to complete this one? The stereo asked what? Okay, very good. Esto está fácil. The stereo asked. Who asked it? No. The stereo asked me what I wanted to listen. Want and did was not necessary, right? Finally, I asked my GPS, pregunté a mi GPS, where I was. Okay, where I was, and he told me. Y me dijo que not to worry. Very good. Last name?
Carvalho.
Carvalho. Okay, very good. Okay, good. So let's continue with the next one. So it is time. Yes, it's time. With this, we finish. Okay, so what are you going to do? So you have to, last week, autocorrect caused a lot of problems for Bruce and Ann. Write a report for the text dialogues. Okay, what do you have to do here? You have to report. For example, why are you late? I've just crashed my cat. What do you mean? No, my cat, the car. Hate autocorrect. Okay, what do you have? You have to report. Deben reportar lo que en realidad dijo. He said, for example, that he has, in this case, he had just crashed his car, right? Hay que reportar estas oraciones que están mal escritas por el autocorrector. Eso es lo que deben hacer para la siguiente clase. Aquí dice, ¿por qué llegaste tarde? I have just crashed my cat. recién acabo de chocar mi auto, ¿no? Mi gato aquí dice, ¿qué dijiste? No, no my cat, no mi gato, the car, el auto. Hey, autocorrect. Right? Entonces, aquí lo que ustedes escriben es lo que él dijo en realidad. He said that he had, hay que cambiar el tiempo verbal de presente perfecto a pasado perfecto. He had just crashed his car, ¿no? Y lo mismo en el 2, lo mismo en el 3. Okay, that will be your homework for Monday. And of course, the pages of grammar. Y las páginas de las 129, la parte gramatical. Toda esa página en la siguiente clase revisamos. And on Monday we finish this one. Y el lunes terminamos todo esto. Yeah, I think. So we will go fast with this. Con esto vamos a ir súper rápido because they are complementary contents, un contenido complementario que vamos a ir súper rápido con esto. Okay, that's all, my dear students. See you on Monday. Okay, have a nice weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye, teacher.
Bye, teacher.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.